She got a chicken and a dickin'.
I'm the main side bitch in your life. Never. Boom. Give me that pussy, bitch.
Give his ass one time.
Am I wrong for that?
Don't hurt me now.
Hey everyone, welcome to another motherfucking freaky episode of Freaky Fridays with me, your host Tasha Pointo.
Me, your boy C-Love.
Where we talk about the ratchet side of dating and relationships.
From a ghetto point of view, we're here to stimulate your education, make you laugh, so on and so forth.
Period. So speaking of Marsha P Johnson, we're gonna speak briefly a little bit because we're having such a good fucking conversation. Like, we are going over time a little bit, but I don't even care because like I'm having a really good time.
Okay, cool.
So I just want to like list a couple facts. So if you guys don't know, Marsha P Johnson has like a deep-rooted history in the Village in New York, more specifically Christopher Street. She was an activist, an entertainer, a mentor, just a very, just a beautiful spirit. Like, the documentary that I watched, that's mostly what people talked about, is just how kind-hearted she was and just, like, how much she was a resilient person. And despite facing a bunch of discrimination, at one point, you said that you did your research. She was actually featured in a collection for Andy Warhol called Ladies and Gentlemen, and one of her friends was talking about how she wanted to go in the store to see the painting, which, by the way, is fucked up, because why did she have her own copy of the painting is what I think. But anyways, wanted to go in the store to look at the painting, and they kicked her out because of her appearance. And I just think that's really shitty. And they did also talk about how trans people have faced a lot of discrimination within the LGBTQ community. Yes. They tried to kick trans people out of the gay pride parade because they felt like they were getting more media coverage.
Yeah, that shit. That was something that already fucked me up. Like, as far as like the hate crime, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's more like the gay community, like, fucking up, like, the trans people, like
yeah, it's basically like colorism within
the house nigga and the field nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's a lot of, this is like horrible, and I hate to talk about it, but there's a lot of like, oh my gosh, it's like the term TERF says, it's like trans, like feminists who say trans women aren't included in feminism because they're not real women, and like a lot of lesbians are like, oh, I won't sleep with trans women because they're not real women, and like that's horrible. Same with gay men, they're like, oh, I would never be with a trans man that's not real.
Or anyone that's non-binary because
they're not like, yeah, they're not really, and that's it. Obviously not every gay, but like that's just a problem.
It seems like racism towards like people that are a part of the community, and it's, to me, it's kind of like also a lot of people that identify as gay that they don't want to date people that are bisexual a lot of times because they're like, well, you might cheat on me with either, but I'm like, they can cheat
anyway, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter whether it's the same sex. If a motherfucker going to cheat, the motherfucker going to cheat.
Period.
Flat out. Oh. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Well, my daughter's girlfriend, she was fucking pissed. Like, she's trying to tell my daughter, like, you're not bi. You're not bi. You know what I'm saying? You're not bi. Like, you're like, you know.
Gay
like,
people
but
say
I'm like,
that all the time.
But
straight
I'm
people
trying to like
take a side.
But I'm like, short. I say, listen to me. I say, like, your daddy is telling you this. I'm old and I've been around. I say, gay women, stud women, are more possessive than a straight fucking man. They are more jealous. So when it came out, it was funny as fuck because when she broke up with my daughter because my daughter wouldn't switch up who she was. So when my daughter went back home to visit and she saw the girl got a boyfriend now. Not the girl bi. So
and you wanted to talk shit.
You wanted to talk shit. And that's how my daughter like, bitch, you want to talk shit.
Okay.
I'm not bi, I'm gay, I know who I am. Hey, who the fuck you are? You know what I'm saying? Do you really? Oh, yeah.
A whole year later, she's pregnant.
A whole year later, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, I just wanted to know, like, have you guys personally felt like any sort of discrimination, like, towards you from anybody in the LGBTQ
or family, actually?
Yeah, or your fucking family.
Oh yeah. Not necessarily my family. I'm lucky, and I I was nervous to come out. It's not that I didn't I didn't think they were gonna be bad, but I just didn't know if it was gonna. I didn't know how it was gonna be received. Like I didn't think I was gonna be kicked out. I knew I would be fine, but it's just still it's
You
something
don't know the
hard.
level of
Yeah, it's
you
not
get a little nervous.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go on a field trip the next day, you get the butterflies in
No,
your stomach, you up all night. I know.
I came out on my birthday because I was like, it's they can't beat me on my birthday.
It's my day, so they can't.
No, seriously, I was like, nobody can be mean to me on my birthday. It was fun. Yay.
Guess what? It's so boring.
No, I gave them a
See, I'm singing some. See, you think like I think, 'cause that's some shit I do.
They have a card. My mom has it on top of her desk. It's like, it's a boy.
No,
And,
his mom
That's
is so
beautiful.
supportive.
but I was more nervous about my like extended family, if you will, like my grandma. So it's not really that extended, but at the same time,
Old
my
people.
cousin.
The older
She's the
people.
older people. That's what she's saying.
From that generation.
She don't want to say old people, but I'm gonna say it for old people.
My cousin, my aunts, like
What the hell are you talking about? You a part of the generation.
No, I'm a crack baby. I'm
I-
going, you know what I'm saying? I'm the 80s era. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it.
But my grandma, I was so nervous for some reason to come out to her, and I knew I shouldn't have been because she's like super. She already knew she was pro LGBT and everything, but I didn't realize like the extent she'd be welcoming. She pulled me aside one day and she was like, "So, for context, my cousin is her. We were all like nieces, no nephews. I'm the first nephew now.
Okay.
My grandpa's passed, and
You should have asked for some gifts since you were the first.
wait, this is where it's going. My grandpa was a businessman, and he had a lot of nice like cufflink, like old-fashioned businessman, you know. And she pulled me aside, and she takes me downstairs, and she pulls out this little box, and she's like, we always said and agreed if we ever had a nephew or like we ever have a grandson, he was gonna get this, and she gives it to me, and it's all of his old cufflinks,
I'd cry like a
his
bitch. You making me stop talking right now. You making me kind of.
it's like his tie clips, his rings, like all of his shit, and I looked at it was like. She's like, I have a grandson now, and she gave it to me, and now I have it like by my lockbox and shit.
Oh, that's some soft ass shit. It's emotional ass shit.
Like-
Actually.
What were you saying? No, I actually got called. It was a big deal, like for Stars of Starlight, and I wore like my grandpa's cuff. Like,
That's what's up.
He got to sing on stage in front of everybody and he wore his grandpa's cup.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. You know what I'm saying?
He went out and got his first suit for
And
it, and
it was-
he looked so handsome. He looked so. Such a dapper
so that's
young
like
man.
my positive. I've never had any like discrimination within my family. I've only ever had discrimination like from outside, like other people in the community and things like that. But they unfortunately will be taken for it.
Yeah, I unfortunately have from quite a few people within the community. Not as many as I'm sure other people, but like it's not that bad. Like I don't want to give the impression that it's like there's like a lot of people within the community because it's truly not that. Like it is a small minority. Of
But
people,
it's
like,
one of
in the
those
community.
things
But it's-
where it's like the
there's a lot of
couple.
minority unfortunately.
Yeah, they bring you down, but you
Yes.
gotta have to keep that in mind about the
Absolutely.
people that love you.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So always
I-
with everything.
I have to be very careful who I flirt with, like, cause like, or like who I talk to, cause like the other thing is like I can't necessarily like wear my pin around too much in public. Like I want to, but like
Yeah.
I can't.
People ping.
It
people
kind
ping
of gives
me,
you
and so it's like-
PTSD because it's like, okay, do I want to start an argument
No,
with somebody
literally,
today?
and I. Listen, okay, so I'm not gonna get too much into it, but like I do come from like a background of like fighting and stuff like that, so like I do know how to defend myself very, very well. But it's just one of those like I do wear it because I do know how to defend myself, but it's just that going into like a building of like you see like these like big white dudes, all country dudes, all staring at you. Literally, a group of like 5 or 6 of them staring at you from across the room and like all talking about you and like you very clear, like you don't feel safe no matter
Yeah.
what.
Even
Like,
if
so
you
it's
know
like,
how to
even
fight,
if you know how to
you
fight,
know.
like yeah, there's still 6 of them.
Some
in the
more
pit,
push-
and that-
Side note, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just want people to know this. Gay boys, trans women, don't
never
fuck
said-
with them
I ain't
because
never-
they can fucking
My whole
fight and they
fuck- I
have
ain't
to
listen.
defend themselves.
I've
Like,
never in my
they can
life
fight.
seen a gay motherfucker they can't fight.
No.
The pause, I can be like, hey, I done see motherfucker get that.
But I can understand that you don't want to have to
No.
go there.
Just
And
because you
literally-
can doesn't mean
Me
you
shit,
have to.
yeah.
I
you
Cause
know,
I'm
like
the same way.
it's-
I'm good on my fucking hands. I'm good. I know
Yeah.
what the fuck I do, but it's certain situations that I get my girl white.
Yeah.
There's some places that got there. We catch some looks sometimes.
I bet.
And you know me, I'm a goat. So it's fuck y'all on. Fuck y'all with. But then she be like, so sometimes I gotta keep in mind like my girl with or my kids with. Slow down, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to
plus then I be
that
like,
too. And
you ain't got no gun, cause you know once you knock one of them out, they gonna pull something. So you ain't got no gun. So I be having to slow myself down. So I feel you. And it's a sucky
that's
situation.
exactly how it is. It's like it sucks. It's like
So the next thing I want to ask you guys is, so as I talked about, Marsha P Johnson was like a mentor to a lot of people, a lot of gay and trans people in the village. And I just want to know, did either of you have like a mentor? A lot of interviews that I watched with gay men, they talk about like Saucy Santana. He talks about how when he got kicked out, he had a gay mom and a gay family that took him in. Did either of you have any experiences like that?
I don't like him, nigga. And it ain't even because I just don't fucking like him.
He do
too
a lot, though.
He do too much. That's why I don't like him. He do too much.
some people you just don't vibe with. There's a lot of people in the community that I'm like, I watch them on TV and I'm like, okay,
You're doing too much. I smack you. I hate you. I
if it were you were talking to you like that, they would not be talking to you like that. I'm telling you that right now. No, I mean, you go ahead.
I was gonna say we don't really have like, it's not like a spoken like we're fan like, but like we birds of a feather flock together kind of thing. Like I definitely have like an unspoken family. We have a group of friends that we just did a show with, and that's the first show. Yeah, we was like D&D with actually, and that's one of the things I fucking love about D&D. Every single you can't go to a single table where you can be like queer, gay, like you know, like everybody bitches is gay. Like, we have our tokens straight, okay? Like KP is our token straight. We have fucking names. Like,
That's funny as hell. I'm
and so Ed is straight too, but he's not always there. So when Ed's there, he's the other. But like when he's not, it's so funny. But like we all get together, and it's so nice to like go to a party and not like you're absolutely right. I mean, like it's unspoken. It's not like we're like, oh, we're a little like you're my gay mom, or right? But it's just like we like we'll have game nights or get-togethers, and it's like a safe space. Like I go there, and the way I describe it is like I have this like invisible shield that I wear all the time when I go out in public. I know I'm gonna get cheered. I know I'm gonna get misgendered. It's gonna happen. Like it you know, it's just you have to be ready for it. Like especially working like in customer service. You know, like I know like even if I were on T, even if I had no tits, I have long hair and I'm short. You know, I have a friend who's a cis guy. He, you know, like shaves his beard. She hurt every 5 minutes. Where him and I, like
he was born a man. He is a man. He gets.
She hurt. Him and I are the same height. Yeah, we have the same height. We have the same length hair, and that it almost makes me feel a little
Almost
better.
the same build, actually.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
But like, I have this shield I put up where I'm like, okay, it's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen. Just ready for it. But then like, when I'm in a place like that, I can just like.
Like go expect it.
You know, like I'm like and so like when I'm in like a party with my friends, like all my queer friends, I'm just like I'm good. I don't even have to. You know, I can like relax for the first time.
Take that motherfucker back off.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know like I'm gonna be seen, I'm gonna be respected, and so like that's like our family. That's what we have, and that's a big support.
Everybody needs support system, so we can support facts.
And honestly, it's nice too because there have been a lot more like it's obviously it's getting more and more dangerous out there, no matter who you are. But like, it is definitely getting more dangerous out there for a lot of us in the queer community. And so like, one of the things that we're doing like so adamant about is sticking together. Like even if you like, there are so many people. He and I have been like out of town. Like we've been in Wisconsin or whatever and met like other trans non-binary people and like, oh cool, like let's get your Facebook and like we like talk to them like occasionally and like networking like that way if like you need something, you need resources,
that's what kinky people do.
Absolutely, and like that's why like it's so important. And we've just got more and more queer people and more people.
It's growing.
Our community's kind of growing, so we're trying to like
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really. Huh?
Did you see that? So it's funny as hell.
Yeah, I did. That's why I took this. That's why I put it in here. But no, I do think that's dope for you guys to stick together. And like, again, like what I have to relate to is being a black person.
Absolutely.
So like, that's how I feel. I feel like a lot of black people are starting to come together now and like be like, hey, down with the racist white man.
When you walk in
I second that.
my girl, she joked me all the time. We might be in places and we at a restaurant or some shit, and it just motherfucker black dude, you know how niggas come in.
Right.
When you make eye contact with a gun, it's that.
Head nod, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, what's the head nod about? I say, baby, the head nod is just saying, if some shit, even though I don't know you,
I got you.
if some shit go down, I got you. I'm here for you.
That's exactly how
I'm like, it's like an unspoken fucking law. Like,
Right.
I see another queer person come in a mod where we work, and I'm like,
No.
something happens.
I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Right across the counter. And that's straight up. You know?
You say that is so funny. You say that. That is literally how it is with me and other trans men. Like I will meet like. Sidebar, it's related in a way, I promise. I was at a callback for Starlight literally like a few months ago, and it felt so good. There was this trans boy there who's younger than me, and it's great to see younger trans kids. It is. It's like, yes, like you
want to put your arm around me.
I'm just like, I want to be like, I got you. You're gonna have, it's gonna be good. Like you just keep being yourself, kind of thing. And we saw each other, and I was like, and he was just like. And we were good.
You don't have to say shit.
All the other kids are coming to me like, hi, my name's this, and then we didn't even introduce each other. We were just like, and we were good. Like we were chill the whole, and like that's why I'm like, you say that, I'm like, yes, like it's same thing, different font. Like it absolutely, like the communities, you know, like.
Tasha already knew what I'm talking.
Period.
So she'll be like, did you know him? Not at all. Motherfucker was like, what up, bro? How you? We was in Walmart one day. Motherfucker was like, what up, bro? How you doing? I'm like, shit, chilling. She was like, you know him? Not at all. First thing he saw, I guess. You know what I mean?
That's like when old people, you drive past the old person, you go. So, we're gonna go ahead and get into what would be our second segment. As you guys know, each motherfucking week, we gotta ask you ratchet bitches.
Am I wrong for that?
99% of the time you are. I don't know why y'all sent this shit in. Thinking we was gonna tell you, nah, it's cool. You bogus.
You fucked up. So, this week on Am I Wrong for That? Cast us. I am a 27-year-old trans woman. I am a sex worker. A couple of years back, I met up with my John, which is code word for the trick, the dick. It was the John is a very prominent man in his community. My bad, I'm traumatized. A very prominent man in his community. You know what I'm saying? After they finished doing what they do, and he finished or whatever, he handed them money, but the money, because they've been doing it for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? A little transaction, but the money was $200 short. So she said. So he took on social media and went live because the motherfucker refused to give up that $200 that they was short. You know what I mean? So he went online, called him out his name, showed his face, said this man is with me at the hotel, gave the hotel name, the room number.
She dropped
you know what I'm saying? Just because it's shorted for $200. Want to know, is they wrong for putting the man out there on blast? At the end of the day, a girl gotta eat, right? So, I'm gonna tell you, you know I always start first. Bitch. And I say this like, you're not wrong. Cause this shit is business. Get your motherfucking money, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? I tricked you motherfuckers, didn't I? I know I did. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not, you're not wrong. You'd have been wrong if you'd call like his home or whatever. But nah, fuck it, you ain't wrong, motherfucker. This is a transaction.
But see,
you gonna get an hour and a
half. He's gonna get back to his family.
But he's still gonna come back and trick off again anyway. So it's not wrong for putting it out there. Cause if they've been doing it for this fucking long, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like that's like fucking. This is a business transaction. It's $250 for this whatever y'all doing for the next half an hour. And I've been, you know, sitting around some pimps in my life, so I know this shit go. You know what I'm saying? You get goddamn it $100, get you 15 minutes. That's a quickie. So a motherfucker ain't finna say, well, I just got 30. No, I need that $100. This is a business transaction. Not only was you not wrong, but you was supposed to put a motherfucker out there. You know what I'm saying? Because now he gonna act right. Just like Marion Barry out of DC. It was a mayor in D.C., the black mayor, Marion Beard. He got caught in a hotel room smoking crack with some whores, and they still re-elected him. So goddamn it, do your thing.
What do you think?
I think she was 100% in the right for this. Well, my thought process is this. If you've been doing this for a while, and she counted the money before he left, and she called him out, and she's like, listen, this is 200 short, and he's refusing. He understands what he's putting himself in. She even made the point to say that he's a prominent man in his community, so he knows better than to tell, like, this is like, honestly,
You don't want your livelihood fucked with.
I am all for baddies putting men in their place. So, you know what I mean? This is like, because he's probably thinking, she wouldn't do this to me. Like, I'm still a regular customer. I'm a powerful man. I'm better. Like, I'm powerful, so he's not
Bitch, you gonna get the treatment
You're gonna
tonight.
learn today. All right.
He's like, I'm powerful, so she's not gonna fuck with me. And she said, no. No, I'm
Let's
proud
go live.
I'm proud of you.
Meet Mr. Pastor Goodman.
Literally, I'm proud of you.
No, I'm proud 100%. I wholeheartedly, sis.
Do your thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, quick sidebar. Okay, I know we're short for time, but I just wanted to also mention this because it made me really sad, and I kind of cut the Marsha P Johnson thing. So after the Stonewall riots happened, that's what she's mostly known for.
Yes.
After the Stonewall riots happened, they kind of like made her seem like the catalyst of the whole situation, like she started it all. Yeah, exactly. And so after the Stonewall riots died down or whatever, they had a gay pride parade, but they actually found her body in the river not that far from where the parade was. The police didn't check into it very much because it's, black trans, woman in the freaking, I think, 90s. So I'm like, they don't give a fuck. But I think it was murder. I agree.
Probably was murder. 9 times out of 10 it was fucking murder.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a black trans woman.
That was
fucking
murder.
literally,
like
Influential to the movement.
Listen,
That's one, but two.
This is another little side note. Out of a trans friend of mine named Beverly. And this when I was in Virginia. A motherfucker, goddamn it, dude fucking battery ass. And this was like 1995. Yeah, 95. You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna say that how many years ago that was because
I like my age because I have seen every fucking 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, 2012. Like look at 5. So I can goddamn it, I can relate to everybody on every level. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all these generations come in. So like, and plus I'll never forgot the shit that I did when I was a kid.
I just want to say that's awesome too because there are way too many people within that age group that just don't.
You can say it old as fuck.
They're just like, no, you're not old. That's not what I consider old. So I mean, personally, I would close off to like I don't see the shit in the 80s, the 90s, 2000. Well, I didn't see the 2000s courtesy of the federal government. Fuck you, motherfuckers. But I saw some of it though.
Like, see the important shit.
You know, I see the important shit. So from 1998. To like 2012, I was out of commission, but I did see the shit though. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I can understand you relate. You see the shit grow. You know what I mean? Me and my son was talking like, you figure what? I'm 43 right now. In another 40 years, I'll be in my 80s, right? I might be able to see a flying car. So I can tell a motherfucker, look. I remember when a car had an 8-track and a tape player and a CD player. Now you know what I'm saying? Like, cool. I'm cool as fuck.
Literally, and this was your mom protecting you.
Literally. This was your seatbelt.
Like shit, motherfucker, like what? For real?
But so I just wanted to mention that because I know that was supposed to be the theme of the episode. But so we're gonna go ahead and get into the last segment. As you guys know, each week it's a little bit different. If you like one, let us know. We might lock it in. We might do it again. So this week, what I want to talk about is, now, okay, I want to be clear about this because usually when we do the misconsexions segment, it's usually about a fetish, and I want to be very fucking clear that you dating a trans person is not a fetish. It's not a fetish. So,
And they hate when you try to make them a fucking toy. That's where motherfuckers get exposed, because you're trying to play with somebody that's a real person.
Absolutely.
It's a game or fun for you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it's real for them, so they get exposed. Well, yeah, I love misconceptions. Get that shit.
So, I just want to ask both of you: are there any misunderstandings that you've ever had somebody like express to you about your sexuality or anything like that? That
Hello?
like is a misunderstanding, like
Hello?
how he was saying that his friend
I should be on my way home in a minute, baby. Still in the middle of the thing.
touched or anything like that. Is there anything that people might have a
Okay,
misunderstanding
yeah, come.
about?
A lot.
I'm coming right. All right. I'm on my way. Okay, I will. I love you. I'm sorry. I'll be home, and I'll bring home something for dinner. Don't hurt me. Oh, yeah. Put them little bastards in the tub. Okay. All right. I'll see you when I get there. I love you. All right. Bye.
Sorry. At least we've been having good conversation. Usually we're sitting here for an hour twiddling our thumbs.
No, you're good. I was gonna say, absolutely. We've had a lot of conversations with people asking. We like to open the floor for people who don't understand to like help. We like to try to help people understand, if that makes sense. So we've talked with a lot of people who like are curious and have questions. And a lot of misconceptions people have, they get confused, like they don't understand, like they think that part of it is like who they're attracted to, like, oh, you want to be a man so you can sleep with another man. We're like, no, that's not like at all, that's nothing at all, they're completely separate.
Yeah.
There are so many, I have non-binary friends who are asexual, which means they just don't really, sex isn't their thing, that's, not interested. I have two friends, my two friends, they're lesbians, and it's a trans woman and a cis woman together. No issues. It depends on the person and the relationship. I feel like there are so many different ways it can go, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's also important.
Yes,
Right.
it's also another
Always communicate those
misconception is like, oh, you don't talk about it, you don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's important to to talk about it and put things on the table and
'Cause
figure
that's
out
why
what you're
you-
interested in.
That's where the
Right.
parameters come in. Like, you understand, you got to. I tell, even in communication, goddamn, you got to
Communication.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because that's how the
That's-
miscommunications get and misconceptions get moved around. Like if you're willing to sit down and talk and say, listen, don't touch me there, that makes me really dysphoric. I'd rather you just do this, or like we can do this together
Tell me
instead.
that.
Like here's the things that are on the table. This is what I'm not interested in.
It's kind of what.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing I think about, like what Sela was talking about, is treating people like people. People are individuals and everybody feels different about different things. So it's like not saying that like every trans person is like, every trans man is like, don't touch my breasts. Not every person is like
Some
that.
actually are okay with it, and like
Exactly.
some, there are. I don't want to speak for trans men, but I know of some trans men specifically that are okay with their chest, and they see it as like an empowering thing, and they're absolutely okay with people seeing them and touching them. And I know plenty of trans men who feel literally the opposite
Yeah.
way. So like it really depends, like that's why
Everybody
communication is important.
Every person is different,
Absolutely.
and that's why it's important to get to know the person
Yes.
as a person.
Period.
Absolutely.
And like black people love to motherfucking say on social media, black people are not a monolith. Trans people are not a monolith, okay? Everybody's not the same.
Everybody not the motherfucking sign.
Our experiences may be similar, but that doesn't mean that we
No
are the
better.
same, came up the same, we come out the same.
Different colors.
Okay.
We are the world. Oh, I'm saying
Nobody
Michael
else
Jackson.
knows Cheetah Girls? Okay.
No, I know
No,
Cheetah
You
Cheetah
talking about the cartoon Cheetah Girls?
The show with Raven Simone.
Oh man, that's fucking.
Yeah.
I also know We Are the World.
That's my shit.
We're all singing this different thing. Same thing, different thing, doesn't matter.
Well, that is all we have for you guys this week. I really, 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 really 1,000 times appreciate you guys coming.
No
they were on
bullshit.
fucking time
They
and
were on
shit.
time.
It was dope. It was dope as fuck. Do you want to let the people know where they can find you on socials or anything that you guys have coming up soon?
I don't know for a fact because auditions are this weekend, so we don't know if
You
we'll
said
be in it.
ending.
But regardless, support live theater. Live theater's in a crisis, especially with the film strike going on right now, the writer's strike. Support live theater. People are still out there putting as much work in Broadway as on. Oh my God, words. People are out there putting as much work as people on Broadway in community theater,
Yes.
and I think it's really important that you go out and support those people and keep theater alive. Right now, if you want, I don't know when will this go up on Friday? You said okay. Right now at Starlight Theater, they're finishing up their season. So if you want to go see live theater, you can go see In the Heights still, Oliver, and Cinderella. And then after that, there's gonna be the Shakespeare's. If you guys like Shakespeare,
Hello,
yeah.
Hello,
Wherefore art thou, my bitch?
Yes.
Come, come hither.
They're
There's a
doing
comedy, which is
Love Labor's Lost Under the Stars, the way Shakespeare was meant to be seen. So come on out for that. That'd be awesome. My friend KP is directing it, so that'll be awesome. So
we
yeah.
are auditioning.
Yeah, we're auditioning. So we're pending, might be in it. Otherwise, we'll be involved. No matter what, come on and see it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Woo.
What about you?
Same thing. Same thing as him.
So we be
You got
rolling
stuck
together.
Starlight, God,
Did you say hot dogs? Oh, okay.
But yes, again, I greatly appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you for having us.
No
Seriously.
problem.
Y'all are beautiful fucking people. Y'all was the. I mean, we done had some motherfuckers. We done sat down and talked.
Yeah, niggas done shed
Like-
tears and
like,
shit.
y'all
Like,
funny as fuck.
Yes.
I enjoyed y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all like best guests
I
so
agree.
far.
I agree. And if you guys ever want to come back, just let us know.
Just hit my line.
Sure, yeah.
So as always, you guys have just tuned into another motherfucking freaky episode of
Freaky Fridays.
Bye, y'all.
Deuces.
That's where we would go on some more first dates, because when we were doing.
that was.
You guys look like
It
right
sucks
there.
because the
Savvy motherfuckers.
Well, like
It sucks
we met during
yeah.
the show that Larson and Old Base that you like.
That's where you guys met?
Well, I mean, like
That's where
this is so
he and I started like
cliche,
actually
but
like
we falling in love
with each
together
other,
there,
yeah.
like
More savvy shit.